In this episode, you will learn how to sharpen a ceramic knife on a portable wet sharpening system. Due to the fact that ceramic knives is much harder than steel knives, the best results are achieved with super abrasives. Let's get started. We will carry out the grinding on our 250mm CBN wheels. Cubic boron nitride is a super abrasive and its properties include extreme hardness, stability under heat, and superior chemical resistance. The first thing to do is to check the thickness of the blade. The SVM45 jig in its original state centers blades that have a thickness of 2.1 to 2.2 mm. To achieve this thickness and get symmetric bevels, use cloth tape. Increase the thickness by applying one layer of tape at a time. Fold it evenly over the sides and apply the amount of layers it takes to get as close to the ideal thickness as possible. Now it is time to mount the knife in the jig and to determine the jig projection. Do this with the help of our measuring tool for jig projection. With the knife in the jig, it is time to measure the diameter of the grinding wheel with the help of a caliper. Then it is time to head over to our grinding honing angle software. Select your machine and the standard mode. Insert the values from earlier steps to match yours. Our default sharpening angle for ceramic knives is 15 degrees on each side. In the case distance column, the correct height to set the support bar against the top of the machine is shown. We will mount two CBN wheels on the machine, 400 grit on the main side and 1000 on the honing side. We do this with our long adapter for a second wheel. Pour some water in the trough and we are ready for the next step. We will now proceed to shape the bevel. Because of the relatively undamaged condition of the edge on this knife, we will shape the bevel at 400 grit. However, in most cases, it is necessary to start at 160 as damage to the edge of ceramic knives is common. Apply firm but reasonable pressure on the blade. Usually 3 to 5 passes on each side is all it takes to shape the bevel. When you have shaped the bevel and got rid of any potential damage to the edge, hop over to the next wheel. We will now refine the edge with our CBN 1000. In this case, since you cannot use the original water trough on the honing side, we use a 30 cm baking pan made of steel. You can attach a magnet on the outside of the baking pan to collect the steel particles when you grind steel knives. Just as when you shaped the bevel, apply firm but reasonable pressure on the blade. When you have made the 3 to 5 passes on each sides, the grinding phase is completed and it is time for the next step. Now it is time for the controlled angle honing with our frontal vertical base. Our frontal vertical base unlocks completely new possibilities and opens up to have full control over the angles also in the honing process. Combined with our software for angle calculation, it becomes easy to achieve professional results every time. On the first honing machine, we have dual-mounted our 250mm leather honing wheels. Each leather wheel holds a specific particle size. The first wheel holds 5-micron diamonds, and the second holds 2.5 micron. Go back to our grinding honing angle software again, and this time select your machine in the frontal vertical base mode. Adjust the values to match yours. Insert the frontal vertical base into the machine and set the height of the support bar as follows. Now it is time to start the honing process, and we begin with the 5-micron diamonds. Apply firm but reasonable pressure. Three to 5 passes alternating sides is all it takes. Then you can move on to the next step. Wipe the blade clean with pure isopropanol. Do this between each completed honing step. Work your way through the 2.5 micron diamonds as well with the same firm but reasonable pressure. Finish the 3 to 5 passes, clean the blade, and move on to the next wheel. In this case, we use our dedicated rock-hard felt wheel, which is prepared with our 1-micron alcohol-based diamond spray. Finish the 3 to 5 passes, clean the blade, and proceed to the final wheel, which is a smooth 250mm leather honing wheel prepared with a chromium oxide and 0.25 micron diamond mixture. Finish the 3 to 5 passes, clean the blade, and the sharpening procedure is completed.